since we started constructing our home, we have literally been surrounded by 4 gas wells, a 12 million gallon water impoundment, which is about 150 yards from our house, a gas processing plant, which we saw pictures of in the movie, and it's less than 300 yards from our home, and another company's compressor station less than 600 yards from our home. Numerous pipelines. We survive on well water in this country. Our well water is contaminated with unsafe levels of heavy metals, numerous volatile organic compounds, all of which cause cancer. We have 2 children, 5 and 9. Not only do we have issues with the water, but we have air quality issues. Between the compressor and the gas plant, everything blows our way. We literally have a giant windsock in our backyard on 10 acres that determines whether or not our kids can go outside and play. We're very concerned about their health. Unfortunately, Josh made me cry back there when they started going through the people with the symptoms, with the headaches and the dizziness and the ringing of the ears. And this is something we're experiencing, and we're not that far away. It's not that far away from you guys. You have to understand this isn't the same gas that they've been drilling here for decades. This is deep well gas. It's not shallow gas. They need compressor stations to move this, and it's a wet gas, and these companies are making a lot of money on the byproducts that are coming out of this gas, thus the processing plants. So they're going to be popping up all over. We've heard rumors out just in Hickory that BP and Exxon have been poking around and putting refineries. This is beautiful rural country. I mean, we've had enough industrial damage in Pittsburgh over the last several decades. I don't think we want this. And on top of just what's coming out of these plants and the condensate tanks, everything we have to breathe in every day, the drillers are using what they're calling water recycling because water is so limited. So they're taking this flowback water and putting it back in these massive impoundments, but it's vaporizing. It's got volatile organic compounds in it. It's going into the air. So what we're looking at air-wise in this area could be a lot worse than we've ever dealt with, and we won't see black smoke coming from this. It's just going to be in our air. And just across from our school district, they're planning on putting in 10 wells. They've already put in a pad. Over the hill from our school, they're putting in another pad with 10 more wells. And one of the processing companies, rumor has it, just bought 20 acres behind the school to fit a processing plant. Where are our kids going to be safe at this point? So I hope all of you got a rude awakening of what's coming your way Saturday, and I hope you'll all step up and do everything you can possibly so you don't end up in the same position that I'm in.
Folks, after watching Josh's film, I'm so pissed off. Other people have gone through. What you're seeing are the facts. I'm going around the area because there are people helpless, people that they don't know what to do. They're either intimidated by the folks or they're just afraid. They don't have the money for an attorney. So I go around and I dig up the bones. I have a farmer in the back there, Terry Greenwood. He's here tonight. He lost 10 calves, stillborn. He lost a 2.5-year-old heifer. He lost his water well. He lost his spring. He lost a small pond. His farming practices has been jeopardized. It goes on and on and on. I have another farmer that lost 37 head. I had him interviewed, and he was in the Fly Fisherman magazine. That was, I think, the May and June issue. And Deborah Weisberg, she made it here tonight, did the article. I have another farmer, up until a month ago, he lost 88 head of registered Angus. And it wasn't Marcellus. These were just, some of these wells are just vertical wells. But it's the chemicals that we're getting away with, folks. That's the problem. I used to work in the oil and gas industry. I'm not an expert, but what I saw done on my farm and what I've seen around the sites, it's unbelievable. When they came onto my property and I saw the vats of poison with crossbows and a skull, I said, what is that? Oh, it's biodegradable. I said, well, I want you to go over to the flow pit, you get a cup, and I want you to drink it. I can't do that. I said, you just told me it was biodegradable. But it goes on and on. Folks, you know, a lot of beef are raised in Washington, Greene County, Fayette County. And it does get on the car plane eventually. So there are so many things to look at here. And what you've got to realize, why, if this is a benign process, why are they exempt from clean air, clean water, safe drinking water? They have absolutely no liability. The liability is left upon the landowner and the community. And these boys laugh all the way to the bank at everybody's expense. That's what's happening. And as Steph said about the condensate, all the byproducts, landowners get nothing for that. They do. They get it all. You get paid for the gas. And you'll get paid for something, you get paid for the jerk gas. But the rest of it, the propane, butane, hexane, right there. And some of the people have approached me and said, well, you did this for the money. No, I didn't. All I did was, I did it for free gas. That's all I wanted, because I wanted to build a new house on my farm. I got $7.50 an acre. And I was the second horizontal done. And we didn't even know they were doing horizontals. They lied to us. And that's all they do is lie. So folks, you got to stick together like birds of a feather. And we're going to have to fight this, and we're going to have to fight it hard. And the only way we're going to win is by staying together and marching forward. And if we have to go to D.C., that's where we have to go.
I just want to say two things. I did invite the mayor of Pittsburgh to come. He was unfortunately not available. And I also invited City Council. I don't know, is anyone from City Council here tonight? All right. I was a little discouraged when nobody responded to me, but I'm glad you're here. So thank you very much. And I'm going to turn the camera over, but I didn't get two words. Reinstate exemption. Pardon me? Oh, could you identify yourself, please? Can you make a commitment to help us with this issue? Yes? Reinstate the exemptions. Reinstate exemptions. Okay, I'm going to turn over to the panel now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's invite the panel up. Thank you so much. As you can tell, Trish is a pushy one. There's two of us. So, Steve.
Okay, so let me introduce the panel to you. Our first panelist, I don't think needs any introduction, but he'll get one anyways. Filmmaker of GasLand, John Fox. Our next panelist is Conrad Van Bowles, who is the director for the Center